G'day viewers, it's Wednesday, which means it's time for WAINGAFAT Wednesday, where I tell you who am I not giving a fuck about today. And today, I'm not giving a fuck about anyone who's upset by vaginas. I'm a big fan of vaginas, and I'm particularly a fan of women feeling comfortable with their own body and with the shape and having control over their own body. And apparently, I'm on a similar page to the publishers of the Sydney University student newspaper, Honi Soit, who decided to run a cover that was made up of 18 pictures of the genitalia of different female students who'd all volunteered to be photographed for the cover. Now, the actual people responsible for the paper, not the editors, the Student Representative Council, were worried it would be illegal. They would be charged with distributing pornography. I don't know what the evidence for that, apart from the fact that it would be picked up by a bunch of blokes who were too lazy to go on the internet, and they'd be whacking off to it. I'm just telling you the truth, no matter whether it's science, medicine, or claiming ownership of your own body. If you publish pictures of a vagina, someone's gonna whack off to it. There's nothing wrong with that. By which I mean I'd be the one whacking off to it, because sometimes it's too much trouble to switch a computer on. But the SRC was worried that it would actually be illegal, so they wanted to censor the pictures by putting a black bear in front of each vagina, which is just fucking weird. Okay, that was actually a black bar, which makes much more sense. So it went to the printers with the instruction to print a black bar on it, and yet it came out at the uni, and the covering bit wasn't opaque. Apparently it may as well have not been there. It was still very obvious. There were pictures of vaginas all over the newspaper, and the SRC has freaked out and confiscated them all and brought them back to their office, and I believe the plan is they're going to cut off the front page, then redistribute the paper. Editor Hannah Ryan said it's some sort of problem with the printer. She said they gave the printer the correct instruction to make it completely opaque. Something went wrong and a non-opaque strip went there, and you could still see there were vaginas on the cover, so their original intention was served. She said it was an accident, and I, for one, believe her. This is totally not a passive-aggressive mood to get your own way, and I don't think it's hilarious to actually sneak around and do things like that and then pretend, what? That was a mistake, I didn't do it. She's telling the truth. Now, personally, I think this is an interesting way to stimulate debate. I didn't use the word stimulate trivially there, okay? I was using it in its true sense. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is a serious conversation. So I think it's an interesting way to stimulate debate. I'm actually not convinced it's the best way. I'm not convinced it isn't a good way either. But one way or another, the debate has certainly been started, and in fact has got much more attention than it may have otherwise received because of the back and forth that's happened here. And if nothing else comes out of it, that this has highlighted the case that women in particular, men particularly, I'm sure you probably wouldn't have had that much trouble getting guys to put their tackle on the cover. I mean, I got Snapchat today. I know how often that happens. Seriously, username real AngryAussie. I got bullied into it, and now I have lost my innocence is all I can say. But yeah, whichever way the debate goes, if anyone wants to be shrill and talk about, oh, disgusting, vile, whatever, I think you've proved the editor's point in that it's not disgusting and vile, it's a body part. It belongs to a person who should feel comfortable about that and shouldn't feel that it needs to be hidden away. But that's my opinion, and you can have yours. The trouble is, if you have the wrong opinion, I don't give a fuck about you.